Hi guys, we have got baseball on tap tonight. We're going to open another case of the 2018 Onyx Preferred Players baseballs. Those are awesome. I love them. The checklist is so good this year. And then we will also open a half case of 2018 Bowman baseball. It's going to be the start of a new case. And I just realized I left the checklist for the baseballs in my office. Hang on one second. I always like to have that handy just in case we need it. So before we start busting into packs and boxes tonight, we have a little information to go over. First one is pretty easy. Just a reminder that my feedback is automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And the most important thing is to say thanks. I appreciate everyone who bids and breaks with me, who chats with me. Sometimes you just stop by and watch for a little bit. Anybody that participates in any way, thank you very much. I'm glad to have you. Next up, we'll take a quick look at, this. Apparently, I put some stuff on the wrong tab tonight. So we are looking at the breaks that are coming up here over the next 5 days. This is the stuff that's already listed on eBay. So tomorrow night, we're going to do an autographed jersey, a half case of Prime Signatures football, but most importantly, oh yeah, a full case of National Treasures basketball, which just comes out tomorrow and is going to be so awesome. I cannot wait to get in that. Saturday, we will do a full-size Gold Rush autographed helmet. We'll do another case of the Onyx Preferred Players baseballs. We'll do one of our triple play boxes, which is an autographed baseball jersey, an actual baseball autographed, and a photograph autographed. And then we'll do the back half of this case of Bowman baseball that we're going to start tonight. On Sunday, note that we are starting at 9:30 instead of 10 o'clock. We will open another jersey, a case of Gold Rush Gem Mint football. That stuff's pretty cool. If you're not familiar with it, pull up the listing. It's got the sell sheet and stuff in there. But basically, it's a case of all graded cards. Everything's going to be graded, I think, 9.5 or higher. And then we'll also do some Bowman Jumbo on Sunday. Monday, more Bowman Jumbo. Tuesday, more National Treasures basketball. For tonight, here's the info that you need to know, the 411. So, our free shipping break this evening, that is the case of autographed baseballs. When you do a free shipping break with me, typically it's going to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. Sometimes I get it out sooner, but that's a rough estimate. So we're looking at approximately Wednesday, the 9th, for the autographed baseballs to ship out. Our paid shipping break tonight, that is the Bowman baseball, and I'm anticipating a Monday shipping date for that. I don't really think that'll get out sooner than Monday since there's, short hours at the post office on Saturday and no Sunday post office, so it probably really will be Monday on that. Finally, if you are in this first break with the autographed baseballs and your team is not pulled, you don't hit anything, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year, any series. It's typically going to go out with your next package of hits or the next thing you pull in a break with me. If you want it to go out by itself, we can work that out. You just need to drop me a note in eBay and we'll figure it out. Now, if I can get myself back on the right. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Shoot. See, here's the problem. I'm going to have to switch these two tabs. Is it going to switch? Yeah. Now I'll be back the way I'm used to having it. Ay. All right. So tonight, this first up is our 3 boxes of 2018 Onyx Preferred Players Autographed Baseballs. This is a full case. It is break number 3. It ended tonight on eBay the 3rd of May. We're live streaming it tonight, the 3rd of May as well. And of course, you're going to see team names on one side, winning bidder user IDs across from it. And anything you see there that says not listed, no hits, that's just a team that really had no possibility to pull anything in this break, so I did not list it for sale. And of course, the spreadsheet will go up again before we start Bowman, so if you're in the Bowman break, hold tight, you'll see your name up there momentarily. Finally, I do know that the focus just changed there, the background went out of focus, but not to worry, we're going to be able to see everything, so no worries. Hi T. Cassidy. And hi, Joe. You're saying 3rd time's the charm on Onyx. I hope so, man. I hope we pull something awesome for you tonight. We've been pulling some pretty good stuff out of here. The Acuna, of course, you know I loved that one for the Braves the other night. But I also, you know, it's part of the reason I'm going to open both ends so I can push these through. They're in here really tight, like so tight. It's part of the reason I like to open these by the case, because I just think, obviously, it gives us more chances to pull something awesome than just doing them one at a time. And I bought a few cases of them so we can have a little fun for the next week or 10 days, something like that. Superfly's here. Hi, Ryan. And Joe is all about the Indians tonight. All right. I couldn't remember who you had, Joe. I'm so terrible about remembering who has what team. I know I should, and I just had the spreadsheet up there, but I swear I look at so much stuff every day. Somehow I just can't retain it all. So I always like to, you know, it's going to tell us in here who's on this ball, but I like to look at it first and see if I can guess who the signature is. 99% of the time I cannot, but occasionally I can. All right, so that could be Gurriel, maybe, but I don't know. And, of course, there is the Onyx authentication sticker, which it'll match up here in a hot second with whatever we're going to pull. There's the Onyx card that goes with it. And it tells, see, I was way wrong. It is signed by Lucas Giolito. I was not even close. Now, was I? And Giolito is a White Sox. Let's make sure that he is a White Sox on their checklist. I don't know why he wouldn't be, but I'm trying to find him on here. Where is he? Come on, man. Where are you? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. Just never know. Just always want to make sure since we have their official checklist. Superfly, you are in the Bowman break tonight. Awesome. Who do you have in there? All right, ball number 2 coming out. And, yeah, I don't know. Something with a B. Brendan Rodgers, maybe? Could it be Brendan Rodgers, perhaps, for the Rockies? We'll find out. And where's our sticker for that? Right there, our Onyx authentication sticker. I'm thinking that might be Brendan Rodgers. There's the card that goes with it. And, yeah, Brendan Rodgers, Colorado Rockies. I got one right. Yay for me. Only because I saw one the other night. So I sort of semi-remembered what the signature looked like. That's probably really the reason I got it right. Yeah, I know. I should have just kept that to myself and let you think I was magically able to read that. Although, yeah, that one wasn't too hard to guess. That I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who that is. And again, there's our Onyx authentication sticker on it. And your authentication card that goes with it. And it is, oh, Tapia. Mel Tapia. And let's make sure, because didn't he was traded, right, in the off season. So let's see how they have him on the checklist before I say the wrong thing here. Also a Colorado Rocky. How about that? Yeah, all right. So the Rockies kind of cleaned up, right? They have the Ramel Tapia. You got a loose kind of, what is, that's a whole, yeah, there's a whole thread there. See that? I'm not going to tug on it, okay? But there's a thread hanging off of your Ramel Tapia ball. And I'm maybe it, yeah, I don't know if it's off the ball or out of the bag, whatever it is. Oh, it's loose. Okay, so it must be out of the bag then. I just didn't want to tug on it because, well, you know why. That wouldn't have been a very good thing to do. Brendan Rodgers for the Rockies. So the Rockies scoring big in this break. And Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. So 2 Rockies and a White Sox were our autograph balls out of this case. We're going to be rolling into Bowman baseball as soon as I get these out of the way. But first, I'm just going to write a little 3 on the top of each so I know which break number they go to. Bowman, Bowman, Bowman is the start of a new case. So we're going to take all the boxes out here in a minute, and I will number each one of them on the end and use random.org to determine which ones we open tonight versus which ones we open in the next break. So if you happen to not be tuned in, you missed this earlier, anticipating a shipping date of Monday for Bowman. Yeah, I don't really think it'll get out any sooner than that. I don't see much possible way that it will. There's always the possibility it could slide a day later to Tuesday, but I kind of doubt it. I think Monday's probably pretty solid. And this will be 6 boxes of 2018 Bowman Baseball. It is a half case break, and it's break number 5. It also ended tonight on eBay the 3rd of May, and we're live streaming it as we speak on the 3rd of May. Same format as before. Team names are on the left. Your name and lights across from it as the winning bidder on the right-hand side. All right, so as I said, since this is a new case, all 12 boxes are going to be, coming, might help if I get the tape clip, are going to come out of here, and I will number each one of them on the end. I will use random.org. I'll bring you along with me, and random will make a decision for us as to which boxes are opened up tonight versus which ones will be opened up in the back half of this case, which is what, Saturday night, I think? Isn't that right? Break the back half of this break Saturday night, I think. I'm kind of feeling like it's time for Hunter Green, right? I mean, I don't know why. That's just kind of the feeling I had earlier tonight. Again, it's about time to see Hunter Green come out of something. So whether or not that turns out to be this case, I don't know. But I feel like we've opened enough. We should be seeing him by now. All right, there's our 1 through 12 on each of our boxes. Let's buzz on over here to random. And I will simply type in 1 through 12 and hit random one single time. The first 6 numbers that come up will be the boxes that we open tonight. All right, there we are, 1 through 12. And here we go. So we're going to open tonight box 5, 2, 11, 12, 9, and 3. So 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 12. 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 12. I got to remember that. All right. 2, 3, 5, 9, and 11, 12. And then, knocking things over. Let me grab these others. Make sure we have what we're supposed to have. All right, we look good there. Let me put these others back in their case, and then we'll get started. Oh, Joe, daggone it, you did not have, I just now looked over there and saw your chat that you didn't have the teams that we pulled out of the Onyx tonight either. Oh, that's no good. I'm sorry, Joe. That's the not fun part of breaks, right? The fun part is when we hit, and when we hit stuff for a fraction of the cost, and that's the fun part. When we don't hit, that's the not fun part. I feel you, though. I've been in the same boat many times in other people's breaks. So, of course, we're going to find one autograph card per box in here. The vast majority of them are on card. Typically, the ones, if we find one that's not on card, it's typically going to be on one of the inserts. And we will have lots and lots of inserts in here. There's a Bowman birthday insert, which the whole series of those will be refractors. There's Bowman Scouts Top 100. There's Bowman Future something. Why did I suddenly go blank and forget the name of it? Daggone it. Trending. It's Bowman Trending, I think. Those are all refractors. And then, what else? Of course, we've got chrome variations in here. We'll have numbered cards in here. a bunch of stuff like that. And most of our inserts I will at a later point put in sleeves, but so that I don't hold things up tonight, I will not do it right now. I'll just set them aside. But that was a Bowman Scout 100, of course, insert that we just saw. Rookie of the Year favorites. That is another series that we'll find throughout, and it will also be a refractor each time we find one. We will find one atomic refractor per box as well. And we have a nice little orange shimmer 225 for the Padres with Moron. I called him Moron. Moron. Han. Not Moron. Oh boy. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. I don't know where that came from. It just didn't. You guys know I am absolutely terrible with pronouncing the names, but they usually at least come out not like that. But anyway, there's a Bowman birthday insert as well. My goodness. Poor Adrian. Well, anyway, the important thing is he's an orange shimmer and he's numbered to 25. That's the important part of that story. And what other inserts are in here? I know there's another, it seems like there's another insert that I'm forgetting, but I guess we'll run across it momentarily. That's the most important part. There's our Bowman trending that I was referencing earlier. And there'll be many, many of those too. So I was looking tonight at some auctions. I know I'm talking about something that's coming out tomorrow night, but it's just on my mind. So yeah, we're gonna chat about it in a minute. But you know, National Treasures basketball comes out tomorrow, and it has been crazy. I mean, crazy. It was so hard to get, and couldn't get anywhere near as much as I wanted, or even as much as I think I should have gotten based on what I spent throughout the year. But anyway, got a few cases of it. So I was online at the first of the week trying to figure out, okay, how much is it going to cost me to buy some extra cases? And I looked and the prices were crazy. Almost 3 times what they should have been. Probably 2.5 times anyway. So I'm thinking, man, these people are out of their mind. Who is going to pay that? And then I looked at a break that ended tonight. Of course, the product doesn't come out until tomorrow, so you know, obviously they can't break it until tomorrow, but they sold their bidding spots on it tonight. And I hadn't even seen the price come through for the Jazz yet because I had to get back to do some other stuff, but I was just briefly kind of watching one to see where things were ending. It was already at an insane amount. I think we were probably approaching $4,000 on that break. I mean, I was astounded. I could not believe how high those spots were going. I don't know if that's just an anomaly because maybe there weren't a lot listed that ended tonight since the product doesn't come out until tomorrow, or if they're all going to be crazy like that. But I was really quite surprised at how very healthy the prices were. But man, was it hard to get this year, like ridiculous. But of course, all those same places that wouldn't let us buy any extra because, oh, they didn't have any to spare. I guarantee you they'll have some in the morning at 3 times the price. Okay, so I was feeling like it was time to hit Hunter Green. Well, I did not hit Hunter Green yet, but we did hit a Cincinnati Red. So this is Tyler Mahle is our first autograph out tonight. So at least that's a good vibe for my little Cincinnati Reds. Steven Duggar, is it Duggar or Duggar? Duggar, probably. I don't know. To $4.99 for the Giants. You're saying, well, Superfly, you are probably, we've got a lot of good rookies this year in basketball. That's one of the reasons that the prices are so crazy. But since you said the Jazz, I'm assuming that you are referring to Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell has been tremendous this year. And he is a true rookie. Of course, this Ben Simmons was actually drafted the year prior, but did not play all of last year because he was injured. So this is, according to NBA standards, his rookie year as well, although all of his rookie cards would have been in the 16-17 products. There's an Ohtani base card. Those have been coming out about one per box. So yes, Donovan Mitchell is quite good. You also have, of course, Jason Tatum for the Celtics, who's been very good. And, of course, Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma, who play for the Lakers. We've got Dennis Smith Jr. had a pretty good year with the Mavericks. You've got De'Aaron Fox with the Kings. It was really a quite good rookie class. It's part of the reason the demand is as high as it is, because it's not isolated to just one team. Here is a Bowman Sterling continuity, and there's Hunter Green, although when I said I was expecting Hunter, I was thinking more an autograph, but maybe this is what I was vibing. I don't know. But there is our Bowman Sterling continuity. There's our one per box. They do refract, and that one was for Hunter. Yeah, I don't even know what the Jazz sold for. As I said, I didn't get a chance to look at it after the auction ended. But I did see that the Celtics went for over 500. The Lakers went for almost 700. Of course, they've got two rookies, Kuzma and Lonzo. And then again, you can also pull some really nice veteran Lakers out of National Treasures as well, so that probably helps move the needle on their price as well. A talent pipeline, that's the other insert I forgot. This one is for the Dodgers. All of the talent pipelines are also going to be refractors. And you know what we have got coming up pretty soon. Right as I said that, I forgot what it was. Tier 1. We have got Tier 1 baseball coming up right around the corner. We are not far at all away from that. Talent pipeline for my Cincinnati Reds. And Tier 1 is fun because it's all hits, and we can open it and buy the case, which is always my preference. I always prefer to open by the full case when I can. It's just when there's tons of base cards, we often have to do it by half cases, but my natural preference is to do it by the case. That is Enlow for the Twins with our Atomic Refractor out of this box. I guess price-wise, too, occasionally I don't do a full case, like when you get into Flawless and some things that are quite expensive, you know, $1,200, $1,500 a box. I don't usually do those by the case. Albert to 499 for the Angels. Box 1 down, starting into box 2. I think I must have stayed out in the sun too long today. baked my brain or something. I don't know. Really wasn't out there very long, but I had to start watering plants already. I mean, we're just barely at the 1st of May, but we had such a warm February and March. Everything started coming up and came up really early. Then April turned freakishly cold, and we had snow and freezing temperatures and frost and all kinds of stuff that was nasty like winter. And then we just kind of went from winter directly into 80-something degrees. There was no spring. It was snow and cold and cold and cold, and then bam, 82 degrees. So, yeah, I don't know. But as a result, everything's going crazy outside, and including the weeds. This is numbered to 125 for the Angels. So I thought I would try to spend a half hour or so watering and weeding today, and I didn't get nearly enough done. But it was hot. Bobby Bradley for the Indians is our atomic refractor. Although I will say, given the choice, I will always take the heat over the cold. I do not like cold weather at all. And plus, this feels like baseball weather. You know, all that nasty stuff in April. We shouldn't have been playing baseball when there's snow on the ground. They need to figure that out. They try to push opening day earlier and earlier. And then we'll have players out there in parkas next year. It's meant to be played in the blazing sun, so you can sit out there and watch the game and get a terrible sunburn and enjoy yourself in the heat while you sweat with a headache. But we also have a $10 beer and a $10 hot dog to go along with it. For the Rays, for the Brewers, we have Corey Ray with the blue shimmer. I pulled a nice little Corey Ray out of, what was it? Something I bought last year for myself. And it was one of those that's in a Walmart exclusive. Was it Bowman? Wasn't Sterling. Was it Platinum maybe? Bowman Platinum, I think it was. And of course, we were all looking for the Cody Bellinger rookie cards in that product. And I didn't pull Cody Bellinger, but I did pull a nice little Corey Ray to 25. Of course, I don't know what I've done with it in the interim. I need to locate it. It's here somewhere in this massive stack of cards. Cardinals to 250. This is paper, not chrome, on the Tommy Pham. Mr. Willie Calhoun. Ooh, you know what came out this week for ordering? That's obviously not out to have yet. Optic baseball. Do you guys like Optic? I do. I like Optic in all the sports, so I always order as much as they'll let me order, which usually, that's another one where they typically tell you, oh, we can't sell you as much as you would like to have. Hey, Jason, we have only pulled one autograph so far. We're in the second box right now, but we have not yet pulled the autograph out of it. And the first box was for my little Cincinnati Reds. So you haven't missed much. We've got a ways to go yet. Other than, of course, we did the baseballs. There were 2 for the Rockies and 1 for the White Sox. Does that sound right? I think that's right. Out of the autograph baseballs, I mean. Our Bowman Sterling continuity for this box is for the Padres with Michael Baez. I know you have a lot of teams in here tonight, Jason, but I don't remember what they all are. But I do remember that you had 5 or 6. talent pipeline for the Orioles. So, of course, we've got the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. I don't know if any of you guys are horse racing fans. Of course, it's right up the road from me. About an hour, probably about an hour and a half from my door to the track. Roughly an hour and a half. I've been to Derby many times, but I have not been in the last several years. Like many sporting events that are super, super crowded, I've gotten to where I just think, yeah, maybe I can see a little better and save a little money by watching from home. But I'd say that place will be packed tomorrow. Well, I said tomorrow. This is just Thursday. It's actually the Oaks on Friday. The Derby is on Saturday. Both will be busy days. The Oaks is the day when the girls run, and the Derby is the day when the boys run. Not all of the races, I mean just the big race. Boys cannot run in the Oaks, only the fillies. But, oh, guys, did I tell you at the start of this break that I was feeling this or what? I'm telling you what, sometimes I get these feelings, and I was right tonight. There is Hunter Green to 99. Nice hit for my Cincinnati Reds on the Bowman Sterling continuity card. But see, those of you who started the break with me, you know I said before we opened the first box that I was feeling Hunter Green tonight. Did I not say that? I did. I did say that, and there he is. Every once in a while I get those feelings. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Tonight it did. So now we have a big hit, Jason. We have a big Hunter Green hit to 99. But anyway, what I was saying about the Oaks and the Derby is that in the Oaks, which is the race for 3-year-old fillies, the colts cannot run. But in the Derby, which is the race for 3-year-old colts, well, technically, but the fillies can run in that. It's not restricted to just the colts, but the Oaks is restricted to just the fillies. Joey says, get a feeling for Trevor Rogers. I know it doesn't work that way, though. I really don't know how to explain it, but I can tell you, and I don't get the feelings every night. In fact, sometimes I don't get one for several weeks at a time. But every once in a while, I will just have a feeling that something is going to hit, whatever the something is. And it's not always cards. Sometimes I'll have a feeling about autographed memorabilia or whatever. It's just when I start the night, I think, I think such and such is going to hit. And I wouldn't say, certainly, that doesn't hit all the time. There's plenty of times I'm wrong. I'm not going to, be Psychic Sue or anything like that. But I will say that probably about at least half the time, if not more than half the time, I'd say probably closer to 60% of the time, when I get that feeling, it hits. It's very weird. Oh, Jason, you have the Reds tonight. Oh, well then you, my friend, just got a really nice Hunter Green to 99. The Braves have a green shimmer to 125. So yeah, I don't really know where those feelings come from. I don't know what prompts me to have them and why I only have them every once in a while, but I don't know. I had it tonight, and this time it did work out to be correct. Yeah, that was definitely a nice hit for you. You came in just at the right time then, Jason, since that's your team. You got to see it come out. Although you weren't sure it was your team, I think. Did you have to go look it up? I do that sometimes, too. I'll admit it. Sometimes I don't remember. If I'm in something other than my standard, which is Steelers for football and the Reds for baseball, if I go outside my standard, half the time I couldn't tell you who I had either. Yes, Jason, we are doing some jumbo. I don't think you were on when I did showed the spreadsheet for the upcoming days. We've got the back half of this case on Saturday, I think. And jumbo is going to start, I don't remember when. Sunday, Monday, somewhere in there. We're going to start some jumbo. The reds are just rocking right along tonight. Here is Tyler Stevenson with an atomic refractor. So yes, this is actually this case that we're working on. Of course, this is the first part of the case. We've still got the back half of it to break, as well as the rest of this break. But this is the last of the hobby this case is. Then we'll be into jumbo cases after that. I used to mix and match some. Like I would list maybe a case of the hobby or wax, as I sometimes call them, and sometimes other people call them wax too. Throwback to the old days, if you will. But then I found that it would just get somewhat confusing, I think. People trying to jump back and forth and remember which night was which and all that. So I started just doing them in groups like that. So I'll do all of one kind and then I'll do all of the other kind. Talent pipeline for the Yankees. Basketball is one where I definitely bid on lots of different teams. So that is one where most of the time I probably wouldn't know who I had. Unless I had like just bid on it and hadn't gotten anything else that night. Then I might remember, but I haven't been crazy lately like I was last year. And I just couldn't keep up with everything. I was buying into 4 and 5 and 6 breaks a night, plus doing breaks, and then I would never have time to go back and watch the breaks that I bought into and all that kind of stuff. And so I haven't been buying into as many breaks lately. Baez 250 for the Padres. That one was paper. I have been trying to get the Reds in Bowman, and I keep getting outbid. I haven't been able to land them yet. So I'm going to have to work on that this weekend, I guess, because I don't want Bowman to get by me without having at least a couple of shots at my Reds. Oh, I think something bit me. Look down, I've got this big red itchy spot, so it's too early for mosquitoes, though, isn't it? I don't know, I think something bit me. Not right now, not right this second. It just now was itching, so I looked down earlier when I was out trying to take care of my yard for a quick little half hour or so. Whoops, one was stuck to the back there. They have a nasty habit of trying to hang on to the chrome card that's in front of them. Those paper cards always trying to hitch a ride. All right, we've already looked at those. Yes, Jason, they are all shipping out in this. I could get them out a lot faster if I didn't have to ship them all out, but I know the majority of people appreciate having the base cards. We had a conversation about that the other night when I was talking about the jumbos. Reese Hoskins is our Bowman Sterling continuity. because I wanted to list the jumbos as a full case and break them as a full case and not ship the paper base, right? Just ship the inserts and the hits. But there were a lot of people in chat who, not every single person, but I would say the majority said that they wanted the base. Otani base. So I decided against it and went back to the half case format and everything. Everything will ship with the jumbo as well, at least for the time being. Dennis Santana for the Dodgers is our autograph hit out of this box. And when we get farther down the road with jumbo, I might still do a case that way, where we would break the whole case at once, but not everything would ship. But I'm not 100% committed to that, so I'll just have to see how that shakes out. Well, that sleeve was not cooperating with me. Chris Davis to 25 for the A's. That is orange paper. Jason says, I love base. Yeah, a lot of people do. So it's hard then to leave it out when so many people want it. And somebody did make a suggestion of, which I had considered before, and they said, oh, well, why don't you just ship the base to the people who want it and then don't ship it to the people who don't want it? Like, well, the whole thing of it is, if you have to ship the base to anybody, you've got to sort it all, right? So at that point, if they're all sorted, then you may as well just ship them all, because the sorting is the part that takes forever. So that box that we just finished was our halfway point. This is box number 4 of 6 that I'm taking out right now. I always show you the inside of the box so that you see that it's empty. It's just a habit I developed a long time ago. I know on boxes like this, would be next to impossible to leave anything in it, but still, I like to show it. Try to keep it all very transparent in the breaks. Well, we found our autograph right away out of this box. Corbin Burns for the Milwaukee Brewers. And then, of course, when we start the jumbo, those are 3 autographs per box. But it is also less boxes per case. More cards per box, fewer boxes per case. Whereas the hobby is a 12-box case, the jumbo is an 8-box case. You guys probably know that already, but just in case. Superfly says he's seen 3 Matt Hall base so far for Detroit. Well, you know what? I will confess this. I very seldom do more than a cursory glance at the base when I'm doing a break. Obviously, I take a better look at something that's a hit or an insert or numbered or whatever, but just straight base, boy, I don't even look at it closely enough most of the time to even have noticed that. Just kind of get in the routine of looking for just certain things, right? And that's just the habit I'm in, and so a lot of the other just goes right over my head. Don't even notice it. I know that sounds weird, but if you were doing breaks, it would make probably perfect sense to you. Blaine Enlow to 25 for the Twins with an orange chrome parallel. I'm pulling lots of orange tonight. Superfly says he better go to the Hall of Fame with the emphasis on Hall. Yeah, I got you. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this earlier. I always mean to say it kind of closer to the start of the break, but if you do happen to be watching live and you are not able to see chat, there could be a couple of reasons why. One would be maybe you're not logged in. You do have to be logged into YouTube to see and participate in chat. The second possibility could be if you are on a mobile device, your phone or your tablet, you have to click on the link that says you want to view the desktop version. And once those two things are taken care of, you should be able to see and participate in chat if you so choose. Another talent pipeline, that one for the Cardinals. For the A's, Mateo, our atomic refractor from box number 4. Oh, you're looking for Cabrera. I haven't paid much attention to the checklist for Bowman, but I would, is he in here? I would assume he's in here. At least in some capacity. I mean, of course, there's, as you know, I mean, Bowman is a lot of prospects and up-and-comers and things, but they definitely still have some current MLB players mixed in here as well. Well, I am doing a terrible job getting that pack open. Whoops, whoops, whoops. We got somebody trying to stick behind, and it was a good one, trying to stick behind Mike Trout. So we're going to look at those others that we already looked at. We'll look at them again in a second because I had to extract Johan here, numbered to 499 for the Dodgers. And these are the ones I think we already saw, but we'll just see them again. Because somebody was trying to hitch a ride again. Bowman trending. I like the Bowman trending inserts. Those are new to this year. Of course, Bowman Scouts Top 100 has been around for years, but Bowman trending is a new addition. All right. Bowman Sterling continuity is Rosario, Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. I've got to do something with that autographed bat of his that I have. I don't know what it's going to be, but something. I really have a lot of odds and ends stuff like that that I guess I need to list on eBay. Autograph bats and helmets and batting gloves and all kinds of other stuff, as well as a bunch of cards. But it's finding the time to get them photographed and then finding the time to get them listed and all that stuff. Takes away from my time to do breaks, and I love to do breaks. That's my favorite part. I don't like doing the other stuff. I like doing this. So this is box number 5 of 6, coming out of the plastic right now. We're not doing too bad on time. I try not to keep you up real late on a school night / work night. But I guess it also depends on the time zone you're in. If you're in Eastern like I am, of course it's later. And if you happen to be on the West Coast, you've got plenty of time. Talent pipeline for the Blue Jays. And here is gold Thomas Hatch, numbered to 50. It's paper for the Cubs. Drew Ellis for the Diamondbacks. It's a refractor chrome to 499. Do I have any Detroit Lions stuff hanging around? Probably not in the way of memorabilia. I might very well have cards, because I got lots of those. And gosh, I haven't even looked through some of those in probably a year or more, so I couldn't even begin to tell you what I'll have in the way of cards. But as far as memorabilia, I don't really think I have any Lion stuff. I know I've got an autograph Jets full-size helmet, like multi-signed from some of the former Jets. I've got the Med Rosario autographed bat. I've got autographed batting gloves from several different people, but I can't think who all they are off the top of my head. I've got a bunch of mini helmets. I've got a Christian McCaffrey Panthers jersey, autographed, of course. I've got I think it is a Mark Gasol autographed basketball jersey. I don't know what all else. Michael Kopech for the White Sox is our Bowman Sterling continuity. I'm sure there's more stuff than that, too. That's just like off the top of my head what I can think of that's around. And it's from a variety of things. I mean, most of the stuff that is non-Steelers has either come from cards that maybe have come from things I've opened myself and things that either didn't sell or somebody didn't pay for. The memorabilia, almost all the memorabilia that I have came from breaks where either the spot didn't sell or the person didn't pay. Because I don't open memorabilia for myself, generally. I do buy and open cards for myself. Of all different types of sports. Basketball, baseball, and football. And I'd like to open more stuff for myself, but these days, good grief, most of the things that you want are so hard to get that I really don't ever feel like I have enough extra to open anything myself. Very seldom anyway. Because there's a certain amount that I want to get to break. And then if I end up with more than that, that's when I might be likely to kind of dip into it myself. But these days it's hard to get extra of anything, it seems like. I mean, baseball's been insane. Basketball was insane. And we're getting ready to go into what I think is probably going to be a pretty crazy football year. So the rookie class, of course, that quarterback heavy, and quarterbacks that everybody's pretty pumped about. Yeah, that means football is also likely to be pretty tough to get as the year goes on as well. Even some of these early products, which typically you don't have any problem getting not only ahead of time, but for well after the release, are coming out and they're saying, no, we've had to cut the order, you're not going to get as much, etc. already. I mean, we're just barely getting started on 2018 football. Atomic refractor for the Nationals with Victor Robles. So all three of the sports tough this year in terms of being able to buy as much as you want, I mean. We may as well go ahead and grab our Ohtani since he happened to be right there on the top of that pack. Talent Pipeline Marlins. And our signature is for the Rockies. Colton Welker. So, of course, we still have one box over there to open. So we've got at least one more signature to come out. And we can find, of course, plenty of other numbered things and inserts and lots of other ways to find some value besides the signatures. So don't give up yet if we haven't pulled what you're looking for. Hey, the Marlins numbered to 499 with Garrett Cooper. Surprisingly, haven't been a lot of Marlins coming out of here. I say surprisingly because I think their farm system's in pretty good shape right now after they dumped virtually their entire team in the off season. Joey, I don't know if he did. He got injured. I didn't know. I was actually started to ask that when I went by his card because he got hurt in the spring. Like, didn't he mess up his thumb or his hand? Some kind of like soft tissue injury in spring training, maybe, is what I was thinking. So I don't know. Nick Pratto for the Kansas City Royals is our atomic refractor. Actually, isn't that our second atomic refractor out of this box? I guess it is. Got a bonus one in this box. So I don't know the answer to that, Joey. Maybe. See, I spent my half hour today where I would have probably watched a little television and got caught up on all the news and scores of the day. Instead, I know, I went outside and pulled a few weeds and watered a few plants. So I missed all my news for today, so I don't know. Might have been. I'm just not sure. I'm 99% sure that it was him that had the injury back in spring training, and I think it was a thumb or a hand or something in a soft tissue type deal, but I don't know beyond that. But you may very well be right. He may have made his debut. Talent Pipeline for the Mets. I mean, I expect he's going to be pretty good. I think everybody expects he's going to be pretty good. So I'll be interested to see if he did, how he fared. Yeah, usually I like to have some of that kind of stuff on in the background when I'm working so I can keep myself up to date on the news and the scores and everything, but I did not even turn the television on today. Kevin Newman for the Pirates, Atomic Refractor. Really didn't have it on yesterday either, I don't guess. So I thought about that. Something about when you get to summer, just, I don't know, I don't think about turning on the television as much, I guess, as you do in the fall and winter. Of course, we've got another one of the triple play boxes coming up, too, later this week. If you weren't involved in that the other night, it was pretty cool. It had, who did we pull? It has an autographed baseball jersey, an autographed baseball, and an autographed picture all in the same box. Our jersey hit was Stan Musial for the Cardinals, which I thought was awesome. Our baseball was somebody for the White Sox. And I say somebody because we also hit some White Sox out of Onyx Preferred, and I don't remember off the top of my head which one was which. And the photograph was some Marlin, and I don't remember who. I don't remember which Marlin. But anyway, it was fun. It's a little extra value there in the box to get 3 shots at it. 3 winners in the break, so it was fun. So we've got another one of those, and I'm thinking about ordering still yet another one, because I did enjoy it. Nick Williams for the Phillies. Of course, I guess the important part is, did you guys enjoy it? Since you all are the ones bidding on it, I'm just the one opening it. I'm not the one keeping it. I guess that's the more important part, isn't it? Here's our Bowman Scout Top 100 Atomic Refractor, numbered to 150. And it is Corbin Burns for the Brewers. We pulled out the Corbin Burns signature, wasn't it, a while ago? I think it was a signature hit for him. And of course, once we finish looking through the rest of the cards here in this last box, I will do a little recap. We'll take a look at our Atomic Refractors, at our Bowman Sterling Continuity cards, our numbered cards, and our autographed cards. And after we do the recap, I will put up the spreadsheet again for anybody who might have missed it earlier. We'll take a quick look at your anticipated shipping date, and we will also take another spin through the list of things that will be breaking over the next 5 days. Of course, tomorrow night, tomorrow night's all about National Treasures basketball. And we're opening other stuff too, but NT basketball is the story of tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow. Can't wait to get into it. I am super excited about it. I like basketball. I would like to break more basketball, but it doesn't seem to have the same level of stuff that we find in some of our other sports. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't phrase that very well, I guess, but it doesn't have as, sometimes the products aren't always on par with what we find in other things. Pete Alonso for the Mets to 499. And I think that's just because their rosters are, of course, much smaller, so they don't have as many options for signature hits and things. So I think they make fewer products than they do for some of the other sports. And so I think maybe that contributes a little bit to why sometimes it's more of a struggle with basketball. Although this year's been pretty good. Because, again, it's been a hot rookie class. But even so, there were definitely some products that people were not super interested in. All right, coming up on the last of it, for this half of the case anyway. Last box mojo. Shohei. Our last autograph hit is very much like the autograph hit we had in the box prior. This is Colton Welker. The difference is this one is a refractor. The last one was not. It is numbered to 499. And the Rockies with a couple of hits back to back. Which is kind of crazy because the Rockies also hit 2 of the 3 autographed baseballs out of the Onyx case. Rockies have been on a bit of a roll tonight. Numbered to 150 for the Washington Nationals is Austin Voth. All in all, I would say this has been a pretty good half case. Of course, I'm happy about the Hunter Green. That was a nice hit. But in general, I mean, we pulled several orange. We pulled some nice parallels. I think as a whole, this is a pretty good half case. So we're going to recap all this stuff right now. Let me get everything ready to go. And these are our Bowman Sterling Continuity, the ones that aren't numbered anyway. I know we've got one autographed, of course, and I think one numbered as well. Those are stacked separately, but these are the ones that are not numbered or autographed. Our Atomic Refractors, there's also one blue shimmer in here because it is a parallel, but it's not numbered. Our numbered cards to 150, 499, 150, 499 and paper, 499, 250 and paper, 499 paper, 25, 25 paper, 250 paper. That is shimmer to 125. That is paper to 250 to 125, paper to 499, paper to 499. And orange shimmer 225. Notice I did not say his name that time after I botched it so severely the first time. Colton Welker for the Colorado Rockies refractor to 499. Colton Welker for the Colorado Rockies non-refractor, not numbered. For the Milwaukee Brewers, Corbin Burns. For the Dodgers, Dennis Santana. For the Reds, my favorite card out of here, of course, Hunter Green on the Bowman Sterling Parallel, autographed, numbered to 99. What a sweet little hit. And also for the Reds, Tyler Mahle. So, Reds did all right in here. And that is all for the breaking tonight. But as promised, I will put the spreadsheet up for you again. Let's just get, let me get myself on the right page. That might help. So yeah, I'm thinking Monday is probably when it goes out the door. I doubt very seriously it goes out ahead of that because Saturday's a short post office hours and Sunday are no post office hours. So most likely will be Monday. That's what I'm planning, what I'm thinking anyway. And then, of course, our days ahead. Tomorrow night at Jersey, a half case of Prime Signatures and a full case of National Treasures basketball. Saturday, a full-size autographed helmet. Then we'll do another case of the Onyx autographed baseballs. We'll do our triple play box and the back half of this Bowman baseball case that we started tonight. Sunday, an autographed jersey, the Gemmette football, which is all graded cards. We'll do a full case of that. And we will start our Bowman jumbo breaks. Monday will be more Bowman jumbo. Tuesday will be more National Treasures basketball. And that's as far as we've gotten. So always rolling in those kind of 5-day runs there. So that's it for me tonight. As always, thanks to everyone who participated and those of you who might be watching it later. I appreciate you guys checking it out too. So thanks again. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you the next time. Bye now.